Good morning, level two. This one shouldn't be a super long lesson, but we're going to go over dotted quarter notes that follow an eighth note, like in measure two here, and tied eighth note to quarter notes that follow an eighth note, which are the same thing. Okay? Um, the most common way to see this written is the way in measure one. So it's where you have a note on beat three or a note on beat one, and then you have an eighth note tied to a quarter note. Okay, this way in measure two is less common, even though the book writes it more. But in real music, we don't see it very often. So the way we count this, the first two beats are one and two, and let's clap that. I'll do it first. Ready and me, one and two, and you add in. Ready, go. One and two, and good. And now the last two beats are three and four and. We hold the and four and, so it's three and four and, because the eighth note is tied to the quarter note. Here it is again. This beat I'm starting on three right here. Ready, me, three and four and. And now you try. Ready, go. Three and four and. Again, go. Three and four and. And now let's go ahead and back it up, and we're starting on measure one. So we're clapping all of measure one. Ready? Two and three and go. One and two and three and four and. If you had trouble with that, the next time just say the counts. If you've got it, keep clapping and counting with me, but you have to be saying the counts. Ready? Two and three and go. One and two and three and four and. And holding that and four and with my hands. Let's all go ahead and clap it together. Ready, go. One and two and three and four and. Cool. Now we're looking ahead to measure two. Measure two is exactly the same as measure one. It just looks different. So the first three notes are the same, eighth, eighth, quarter. And now instead of having eighth with a tied eighth to quarter, we have eighth dotted quarter. But those are the same length notes. See how they have and four and? This one has and four and. They're exactly the same length. So we're going to clap it the same. It's going to sound like this. Go ahead and listen and just count with me. Ready? You're counting out loud. Ready? Count. One and two and three and four and. Again, this is measure two, so follow along while you count. Ready? Go. One and two and three and four and. Now you add in. Ready? Two and measure two. One and two and three and four and. Yeah, but I can pretty much predict the future. And even though I can't hear you or see you, and I recorded this before you ever did it, I'm pretty sure some of you didn't count that last time. So let's try again. You have to count. Ready? Two and three and go. One and, oh, my bad. Ready? Two and three and go. One and two and three and four and again. Counting out loud, go. One and two and three and four and. Good. And now let's go back to measure one, and we're doing the same thing twice. Ready? Two and three and go. One and two and three and four and. One and two and three and four and. Good. And if you're following along in your book, even though it's on the screen, in your book it's 4.24. Okay, I probably should have said that in the beginning. I'll make sure I label it on the title. And measure three, we're just taking this back half of the rhythm, three and three and we're putting it together. So we have our eighth with a tied note and our eighth with a dotted quarter. So it's the same thing twice. One and two and three and four and. Ready? Two and clap and count, go. One and two and three and four and. And our last one is we just have four eighth notes in the front. One and two and three and four and. Ready? Two and clap and count. One and two and three and four and. Good. Let's go back to the beginning. We're going to press play on the accompaniment and we're going to clap and count our part. One. Ready? Oh, wow. That's pretty fast. Let's slow down. That's good. 1 and 2 and 3 and go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 it's kind of a fast one, you guys. Even when I slow it down. So we got really 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay. I really feel let's turn the subdivisions on for our metronome counting in the back. Ready? Let's try one more time. 1, 2, and ready and go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Did you get it? If not, pause the video, go back, and try it again. If you did get it on your instrument, go ahead and try it on your own. My instrument is still in the car from the Lille Parade, so I'm going to clap and count it. But you play it on your instrument on any one note. Here we go. There's going to be a repeat, so we're going to do it twice. 2, ready, and go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then the next song, I'll just play what it sounds like for you. It's using the same rhythm, Caribbean Carnival, okay? And now we just have different notes. So we're in the key of B flat major, super easy. The last measure is the tricky measure. On the clarinet part, it's not super tricky. We have second finger Bs. On the flute part, we're gonna have, and the trombone part, the last measure, we're gonna have those A's, A natural, second position trombones, second valve on the baritone, 1 and 2, first, second thumb, and right pinky on the flute for our A's here. Then we end with our high B flats on trombone, open, our first position, baritone open, and on flute, just B flat with fast air, right? Saxophone players, we're gonna have our high F sharps here in the last measure, because we have a sharp in our key signature. We have F sharp again, then our high G, okay, with our octave key. Remember, F sharp uses our second finger. And then for our French horn players, we're gonna have some E naturals on the low side here, so some low E naturals. Okay, shouldn't be too tricky, but you do have a low C here, okay? So we have a higher C here and a low C there. And then trumpets, we have our higher, switch to the trumpet. We have our higher second finger B, because there's no flat in the key signature, so it's not first finger. Second finger B and our higher C here. We just use faster air. Make sure we're taking a big breath between any of these dotted chord notes. Really is going to work fine. Right here, or right there. All right, I'm going to play the track, and go ahead and play along if you want. Oh, we want to start there. We want to start at the beginning. It's a pretty simple song. Okay. There is a repeat, and you can go ahead and play that twice if you like. All right, so that's really the big one we're working on today. It's called Caribbean Carnival. On 4.26 and 27, it uses that rhythm as well. But if you can get down 4.25 today, we're going to be in good shape. Okay? All right, you guys. See you later.